Your personal development matters the most from where you are right now. Bring your career into new heights with our affordable and quality in-demand virtual training programs designed just for you. Give your career a boost with a course or a training from Stellar Training Consultancy Services and join thousands of professionals from different walks of life in a learning and development session that fascinates you, motivates you, challenges you to learn new things that you'll use forever in a career you'll love. Find the right training for you today here at Stellar Training Consultancy Services, bringing excellence to professionals.
You found us! If you're watching this, you might be looking for training certifications, workshops, webinars, or conferences that is affordable, accessible, reliable, and commendable. Stellar Training Consultancy Services can help you with your certification needs. From leadership and administrative trainings to general topics, we got it all here. With partners being served such as Department of Health, Philippine Coast Guard, Department of Labor and Employment, Department of Trade Industry, and many more organizations and agencies. There's no more reliable provider than STCS. So hurry, send us a message, and find excellence with STCS.
Ama namin, pakinggan mo po ang pagtawag namin sa iyong banal na pangalan. Basbasan mo po ang aming pagtitipon at kamay kaluguran mo sa araw na ito. Pagyamanin mo po, Panginoon, at maging nakaayon sa iyong kalooban ang aming pagkikita-kita mula sa simula hanggang katapusan. Masalamin nawa namin ang layunin mong dakila sa aming buhay at may sagawa namin ngayon ang aming mga gawain na may kabutihan at pag-ibig sa aming kapwa. Kami po'y naninikluhod sa iyong harapan na kami iyong patnubayan at iwaksi sa aming kaisipan ang anumang masasamang kaisipan, inggit at pakikipag-alit sa aming mga kasama. Bigyan mo kami ng sapat na lakas at katalinuhan upang maibahagi naman namin ang aming makakaya sa aming mga kasama sa pagtitipon na ito. Panalangin namin ang lahat ng ito sa pangalan ng iyong bugtong na anak na si Jesus. Amen.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Magiliw, ewas ng sinanganan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa mandulupin, di ka pasisingil, sa gagatang tutok sa simoy at sa langit kong bagaw, ay tinatang tulad, awit sa pagkayang minamahal, ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nagtitingin, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magtitingin. Luman ang araw ng walhati pagsinta, tuwing langit sa pilit mo. Ang inigaya na pagkay mga amin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? Can you please give me a thumbs up or confirm? Yes, can you hear me? All right. All right. Thank you so much, Sir Carlisle. Am I right? Did I pronounce your name correctly? Thank you so much. And yes, good morning, everyone. This is going to be your stress and wellness management in the workplace. Ayan. And I do appreciate everyone who came in early. We are still waiting for the other participants as well. And I know it's Thursday. No, it's Thursday and it's first day of September. And alam natin, bare months na, 'di ba? So medyo malamig na talaga yung hangin and we can really feel the essence of Christmas along the way. So kamusta po ba kayo diyan? I hope that the weather is fine in your area. I hope that you're all doing great as well. It's already 10:11 a.m. and hopefully no hindi pa tayo na-stress sa ating mga trabaho at this time. All right. So, how are you this morning? If I may ask po, can you please type in the chat box your response for that? How are you? Are you all doing good? Are you all doing great so far? Yan, sana naman you're all doing great, no? So I encourage everyone, our participants, to use the chat box or use your microphone in interacting during the discussion or this learning experience so that we will be able to have a interactive learning session, right? So for this morning, again, our topic is going to be stress and wellness management in the workplace. And it's a very important topic kasi especially right now, no, during pandemic, there's a lot of us that are actually becoming stressed, no. We could not really identify what that stress, where that stress is coming from. Somehow, no, kailangan nating identify yung mga ganung bagay, no. Sabi ni Ma'am Jacqueline, ayan, I'm great. Holiday po namin ngayon dito sa Baguio City. Wow. Ano po bang meron, if I may ask? I'm not, I don't have any idea. Oh, Baguio Day. All right. Yan. Wow. Thank you so much for sharing that one to us, Ma'am Jacqueline. And how about the others? I hope you're all doing great. I can see Ma'am Amor. She's on their office working as well. So I really appreciate that she's multitasking. Ayan, sana hindi po na-stress si Ma'am Amor as of the moment, no? Kasi our topic is going to be stress and wellness. And I can observe that Ma'am Amor is having or is doing something really serious. All right, so let me just go ahead and share to you my screen about our topic for this morning. Okay. All right. Can you give me a thumbs up if you can see it now? Just a confirmation for me. All right. Thank you so much, Ma'am Mariela and Ma'am Jacqueline. So this is stress and wellness management in the workplace, and I will be your resource speaker for this topic. My name is Junmar Hidalgo, and here are our training rules. I know that it was already sent to you through email probably. So let's go through that. Our intended learning outcomes for this morning. First one is to identify the stressors or factors causing stress to each individual. ILO 2 or intended learning outcomes 2 is allow participants to identify preventative measures to deal with workplace stress. Allow participants to learn and practice 4 stress management approaches that they can use to deal with the stressors in the workplace. Participants will be able to elaborate the cause of stress and its effect mentally and physically to each individual and to the entire organization. And participants will be able to learn more on physiological responses of stress and relaxation. So I just want to set a proper expectation to everyone that this topic is going to focus on the stress that are present in the workplace, no? Because yung topic natin is stress management in the workplace, no? So this is going to be focusing on the workplace stress. Right. So I'll be needing your cooperation, interaction with this one. All right, so we have a question here. Yeah, and have you been stressed at work? Obviously, yes, diba? It's a rhetorical question. Yes, we have been stressed at work, but right now I want you to type in from 1 to 10. How would you rate your stress level in the workplace right now? Sa mga nagdaang linggo, sa mga nagdaang araw, rating your stress level. From 1 to 10. 10 being the highest. How would you rate your stress level? Okay, you may type in the chat box your answer, or you may also turn on your microphone so that we'll be able to have a glimpse of what you are feeling right now. Okay? Have you been stressed at work? Obviously, all of us have experienced this one, but How about its level? How would you rate it? Okay, we have a first answer coming from Ma'am Jacqueline. How about the others? Okay, according to Ma'am Jacqueline, it's 8. Yan, due to the face-to-face classes. Ayan. Yes, no. I have heard from a lot of parents na na may mga estudyante that they are really stressed as well because of the face-to-face, because it's somehow parang prematurely implemented, parang abrupt yung implementation niya. I heard a lot of teachers saying that they are not yet actually prepared, no? Some schedules are not well ironed, hindi pa maayos, kaya na-stress din sila. So that's totally fine, Ma'am Jacqueline. Hopefully, no, along the way, we will be able, together with the authority, the school heads, no, will be able to come up with a plan to lessen the stress that we are feeling. Ayan. Sabi ni Sir Carlisle, it's 7. Okay, that's totally fine, Sir Carlisle, and truly appreciate that you are really listening in our discussion. Yeah. So you can just, interact with us through chat box. Sabi naman ni Sir Samelo, 7. Ayan. 8 for Ma'am Mariala. And Sir Brent is 7 plus. Ayan. Ayan. So, um, as I can see, no, your answers are almost up to the peak, no, of the gauge that we have set, no, from 1 to 10. Most of you rated it from with 7 or 8, and that's totally fine. It's really important as well, no, kapag stress na tayo, it's important that we are self-aware of our stress level. Now, because if we don't know our stress level, we will not be able to cope up with the situation. We will not be able to find out solution for whatever we are experiencing right now. So every now and then, kapag stress tayo, we have to measure yung stress level natin. Okay? That's self-reflection as well, no? That's awareness of our capabilities and our current state or situation. Yan. Sabi nga nila, 'di ba, sabi ng mga nakararami, our mental health is equally important as our physical health. And when we are feeling down, when we are feeling stressed, we should be able to take care of our mind as well, no? Kasi our mind is like the control panel of everything that we do, no? Of our bodily function. And if we are having an unhealthy mind, if we are not able to maintain good health with our good mental health, our functions, may it be whatever decisions that we will be making, will greatly be affected. We will not know na, ay, nagawa ko na pala to, masama pala ito, because we are truly stressed, no? We will not be able to gauge what is right and what is wrong if our mental health is not of well status. Okay? So next that we have here, all right. What are the possible causes of stress at work? Okay, I'll give you one, no? The possible cause of stress at work primarily is the workload. All right. So talagang yan yung main cause na na-stress tayo. Workload, which is admittingly the primary cause of stress, especially if the workload is not in parallel or in congruent or equal to our salary, no, or our service fee. So we will really feel stress, especially if we are experiencing overloaded work, no, talagang na-stress tayo. Okay, so yes, that's totally fine, Ma'am Amor. Thank you so much for letting us know. Yan. So, another reason of stress at work ay yung mga katrabaho natin. Ayan. Admit it or not, we become stressed most of the time, or maybe one point in your life we became stressed because of someone in our workplace. Now, someone in the organization we're working with. Okay? Minsan kasi, no, in every organization, we cannot really avoid having certain bit of toxicity in our organization. And when everything is becoming toxic already, when everything is not going well, no, all of the people in the organization will enter into survival mode. No? Pati ikaw, you will enter into survival mode, protecting yourself against these people, no, na toxic. And because you have activated your survival mode, no, your body will feel stress, okay, along the way while you're protecting yourself, while you're taking care of yourself to make sure that you are protected against these people. So those are some of the causes of stress at work, no, or stress in the workplace. Okay, so you may also type in the chat box, no, possible causes of your stress in the workplace. If you can, no, you can type it in the chat box as well. All right, so let's now go to our discussion proper. So this is the introduction of our topic. Okay, what are the elements of stress? Yeah, we will be talking about the elements of stress here. So we have three elements of stress. We have the stress, the stressor, and the distress. Okay, so stress, stressor, and distress. When we say stress, the unconscious preparation to flight or flee that that a person experiences when faced with any demand. Okay, so it's a natural response, no, it's a natural response of a human being to either fight, no, to either fight or escape from the situation, no. So this stressor and distress is what we call the stimulus and response, no? And the distress is actually the effect of it. Okay? When we say stressor, the person, event, or thing that triggers the stress or response. Any reason, no? May it be a person, may it be an event or a situation in your life that triggers your stress response. Okay? Distress is the adverse psychological, physical, behavioral, and organizational consequences that may arise as a result of stressful events. So when we say distress, it's the effect, no, it's an overall effect of feeling stress. So it can become, may it be psychological, physiological, no, behavioral. Those are the primary um, aspects that may be affected when we are feeling stress. Psychologically, when we are stressed, we cannot really think straight, no? That's admitted by a lot. Physically, when we are stressed, nakaka-feel tayo ng mga unexplained physical symptoms, no? Um, kapag stress tayo, sumasakit yung mga katawan natin, yung balikat natin, no? We feel dizzy, we feel nauseous, no? Sometimes hindi natin alam, we feel like we are having a fever, pero kapag kapag tinitest naman natin yung temperature natin, kinukuha natin yung temperature natin, hindi naman tayo mainit. Okay? Because of stress, no? The stress, no, can actually mimic physical symptoms, no, yung mga bodily pain, yung mga sakit sa katawan, yung panghihina ng mga limbs natin, no? Those are what we call unexplained physical symptoms. Kaya nga, a lot of doctors, a lot of psychologists, no, are actually letting people know that when we are stressed, always find someone to talk about it with you. Okay? Because if na-stress ka and you don't have a strong support, no, a strong connection, you will be able to feel a lot of unexplained physical symptoms. Okay? And more than that, there's also psychological effects of that, no? Behavioral. Kapag stress ka, mainitin yung ulo mo, no? Mabilis kang magalit. Yan, mabilis kang mairita. You become irritated, no? With small things. You become irritated with simple things, no? Kahit hindi naman ikaw directly naapektuhan yan, you become mad over it. Okay? Because you are currently in stress, no? So those are the three elements of the stress: stress, stressor, and distress. So stress is not actually always negative. Ayan. So let's take note of that, no? Kasi when we say stress, the common thing or impression that we have about stress is that it's all negative. Apparently, no, hindi lang siya talaga negative, because we have what we call the positive stress and we have the infamous negative stress. Okay? Kapag sinabi nating positive stress, is a stress response itself is neutral. Some stressful activities like aerobic exercises can enhance a person's ability to manage stressful demands or situation. Okay? For aerobic exercises, for example, aerobic, cardio, other exercises that will help you with your health, no? Those are positive stress, no? It makes your body stress, no? But in a positive way, because it is promoting you good health, no? Yung mga exercise natin, just like when we are doing cardio, no? Our body is truly stressed, no? Because we're doing a lot of exercise, no? Cardio siya, 'di ba? So it's somehow moderate to heavy na exercise. So when that happens, our body is becoming stressed, but it's not the stress that we are expecting, no, the negative one, but it's the positive stress. It's making our body function overall, making it feel like stress, but it's a positive, it's going to give you a positive effect. Stress can provide, that can provide a needed energy boost. For the negative stress naman, when we say negative stress, it's the stress, a prolonged activity of the stress response, mismanagement of the energy induced by the response, and unique personal vulnerabilities. Those are the thing when we call negative stress. Now let's talk about preventative stress management. Okay, preventative stress management, or PSM, is an organizational philosophy that holds that people and organizations should take joint responsibility for promoting health and prevent distress and strain. All right, thank you so much. That's totally fine, Sir Carlisle. No problem with that. Ang bongga ng name ni Sir Carlisle, no? Carlisle Nicholas. Ayan. Pangmayaman yung name ni Sir. Ayan. All right. So first, PSM is the primary prevention. Oh, si Ma'am Nika. Ayan. Ma'am Nika, hello. Good morning, Ma'am Nika. Ayan. All right. Designed to reduce, pag sinabi nating PSM, no? It's a management system that we use for stress, no? So kapag sinabi nating management system, there's always going to be steps on it, okay? So the first step is the primary in prevention, no? Kapag nakaka-feel na tayo ng stress, no? If we are feeling stress, we have to go and find refuge with the primary prevention. So pag primary prevention, it's designed to reduce, modify, or eliminate the demand or stressor causing stress. No? So first prevention pa lang, no? Primary step, we are going to reduce as much as possible the cause of the stress that we are feeling, or we might want to modify it or eliminate it for good, no? That's the primary prevention. Pag hindi talaga kaya, pag hindi natin na-reduce yung stress, hindi natin natanggal or na-eliminate yung stress causing na event or person, we go to the secondary prevention. No? Now, this secondary prevention is designed to alter or modify the individuals or the organizations respond to a demand or stressor. So since hindi natin ito natanggal or hindi natin ito na-reduce at the first step that we created, at the first response that we made, we go to the secondary prevention of the stress, in which we are altering or modifying how we respond to the demand or stressor, no? As individual or as an organization, paano natin matutulungan yung ating mga empleyado to matutulungan yung ating empleyado na hindi nila ma-feel yung stress, no? Probably we can do, for example, no, secondary prevention, we can do stress management workshop. Yan, for example. Second, we can do team building. Or third, we can have a lunch out, maybe. Every, other employee engagement that we can do in order for us to lighten up the situation. Para hindi ma-feel, no, ng mga empleyado yung stress, yung stressor, no? Tertiary prevention naman is designed to heal individual or organization symptoms of distress and strain. Okay? Pag hindi talaga natin kinaya sa primary prevention na tanggalin or eliminate, we go to the second one, in which we divert, no, the attention of our people into something else, no? Activities that can help them forget about the stressor or escape from the reality of the stressor. Okay, pag hindi din effective, we then go to the tertiary prevention. The tertiary prevention is the healing stage, no? Pag hindi kinaya ng first and second, we assist our employees, no, to feel that to heal themselves, no? We should not let our employees, no, especially for example during pandemic. Let's not use pandemic, no. For example, during earthquake, ayan, nasa loob kayo ng opisina and nagkaroon ng earthquake. Of course, if you're someone, no, in the office and nagkaroon ng earthquake, it's very traumatizing, especially kapag sobrang lakas and you feel and you observe, you notice that there are damages, no, of the earthquake. It will become traumatic, no? So what can we do about that? No, if primary prevention did not work. Secondary prevention tayo, no? We entertain our employees because whether we admit it or not, these employees who have experienced the earthquake, no, or this crisis felt stress, no, or na-stress sila. So you have to admit na they need help, no, they need possible help coming from their organization's management. Okay? Pag wala, if it's not really effective as well, we go to healing the pain, the wounds of our employees, no? Not the physical wound or not the wound na yung sugat talaga, no, but the stress that they felt. So that's the primary prevention, secondary prevention, and tertiary prevention. Now let's go to the 4 stress management approaches. Okay, we have 4 stress management approaches here. We have the homeostatic or medical approach. We also have the cognitive appraisal approach. We also have the person environment fit approach. And we have the psychoanalytic approach. Yeah. So these are the 4 stress management approaches that we can actually use in order for us to, to identify, no, the stress that we are feeling right now. Is it Is this stress caused by me? Is this stress caused by nature? Is this stress caused by the situation and something like that? And how can we resolve it? How can we solve it? Okay. So let's go first for the homeostatic approach. Ayan. So when we say homeostatic or medical approach, it's a steady state of bodily function and equilibrium. It is the ability to maintain a relatively stable internal state that persists despite changes in the world outside. Okay, so we have the stimulus here, the sensor, the control, and the effector. Okay, so when we talk about homeostatic, no, it's talking about the balance that you have in yourself, no, the bodily balance that you have in yourself. When you feel like, say for example, when you feel hungry, no, are you going to fight your hunger or are you going to give in your hunger? No? Sasabihin mo ba, sige mamaya na lang ako kakain kasi magla-lunch na naman din, no? You're feeling hungry, no? You're feeling hungry tapos you are put into a spotlight of deciding whether kakain ka na ba now or hindi pa. Okay? So you either fight it or flight, no? So when you try to decide over that, no, it will either give you satisfaction or dissatisfaction. Okay? So when you feel stressed, no? So let's say hunger, no? Hunger, that's considered as a bodily stress. No, when we feel hungry, that's a stress. No, that's the stimulus, and we are ought to respond to it. No, ano yung magiging response natin? Are we going to fight or flight? Okay, whatever our decision is going to be, if kakain ba tayo or hindi, there's always going to be two, no, effects of it. It's either masasatisfy tayo, we will be able to sate our hunger or dissatisfaction. Okay? So, dalawa lang yung pupuntahan na result niyan. Okay? So, that's homeostasis. Okay, moreover, okay, we have here, okay, that's the stress, no? It's either fight or flight. Okay, homeostasis plus external environment demand, that's equals to stress. Okay, now let's go to the cognitive appraisal approach. Okay, individuals differ in their appraisal of events and people. Okay, alam natin na what might be stressful for you might not be stressful for others, di ba? Na-stress ka sa mga joke ng katrabaho mo, pero you don't have to assert na stressful talaga yung joke niya. Maybe for you, it's stressful because you have a different way of appraising the event or the person. But apparently, no, or luckily, for the other person, it's not that stressful. They find it entertaining, no? So, that's the cognitive appraisal approach. Now, we have different ways of receiving a certain situation, no? What is stressful for one person might not be stressful for others. Perception and cognitive appraisal determines what is successful. Okay? In cognitive appraisal approach, you focus more on what really causes your stress and you manage it. Kaya ano ba itong ibig sabihin nito? Okay? So in cognitive appraisal approach, we have two ways of approaching our stress. Now, we can focus on the problem with problem-focused coping, or we focus on our emotion, no, the way how we respond to the stressor. No? So when we say problem-focused coping, emphasizes on managing the stressor. No? How will you manage the stressor as of the moment? No? Say for example, no, itong batang ito nag-study siya. And this person, this child is very much stressed with the homework that she has. So what can she do? There's two options for her. It's either she's going to focus on the problem or focus on the emotion that she is feeling. No? When we say problem focus, coping, no? What she can do is she will take action to solve the or to take away the stressor. So ano ba yung pwede niyang gawin sa homework, no? If na-stress na siya sa homework, of course, yung pwede niyang gawin is to answer the homework, no? Complete the homework para mawala na siya kaagad. If you are going to say naman or talk about emotion focus, it's going to be talking about how you respond to it, your emotion. Okay? Alam mong na-stress ka sa mga homework, so maybe you can meditate for a while, no? Calm yourself, okay? To manage your emotion, no, over this kind of situation. Okay? So it's a matter of controlling yourself in the emotion focused coping. Okay, so that's cognitive appraisal approach. What might be, just remember it, what might be stressful for others might not be stressful. What might be stressful for you might not be stressful for the others. Okay, so next that we have here is the person environment fit approach. Ito yung pinaka-common in the workplace, yung person environment fit approach. Sir, ano po yung person environment fit approach? Ayan. So let's talk about it. Stress, strain, and depression occur when real expectations are confusing or conflicting. Ayan. Take note of that one, okay? Take note of this. It occurs when role expectations are confusing and are conflicting. Meaning, what you are expecting is not exactly what you are experiencing right now or as of the moment. Okay? When the person's skills and abilities do not meet the demands of the social role. Okay? So good person environment fit example is a person's skills and abilities match a clearly defined consistent set of role expectation. Okay? So say for example, pinapaayos ka ng pinapaayos sa yung printer, no? Of course, if you don't have knowledge about fixing a printer, about the printer itself, you will really be stressed kasi you don't have the skills and capabilities to fix the printer. Okay? You will become stressed over that. Whereas kapag meron ka namang skills over that, you will not be stressed because it will become easier for you. Your skills, your set of skills, your abilities are clearly what is needed for that situation. Okay? Bad person environment fit, an employee's skills and experiences does not fit on the given job description. Ayan, ano ba yan? Okay, we have an example here, no? We have an example here. So for example, there's a hiring. Yan. We are hiring accounting staff. Ayan. So your skills as a person, no, is system analysis, human resource and development, payroll, no? Pero dito sa position na to is ang expected na skills is system analysis, okay? Mathematical and deductive reasoning and tax compliance expert. Okay? So as you can see here, no, as you can observe, although merong nag-match dito, no? Merong nag-match dito, the systems analysis nag-match ka dito. Apparently, what about these two, no? What about these two here? Okay? Anong gagawin mo dito? Okay? We have the mathematical and deductive reasoning and then the compliance. Tax compliance. So even though you have matched one, but there's actually still two here, skills that did not match you. So if you're going to fill in this position, accounting staff, you will obviously become stressed over it kasi hindi mo alam, wala kang skills about mathematical and deductive reasoning. Okay? Kapag nalagay ka sa isang situation, no, say for example, and you don't have the abilities to complete the situation, talagang nai-stress ka. Diba? Can you please give an example as well of this? If you can, no, you can type it in the chat box. A lot of us may have experienced this one. No? We are assigned, no, or someone delegated a task to us, no, may binigay na task sa atin, and hindi natin ito matapos-tapos. Hindi natin masimulan. It's because we really don't have knowledge over it, no? It's not always because we are tired or we are lazy to do it, but sometimes, no, hindi natin natatapos ng maayos or nakokompleto ng maayos yung ating trabaho. It's because we don't have the enough capabilities to complete the task. We don't have the ability, no? Simple as that, to complete the task. Kaya minsan talaga, or most of the time, most often than not, we are becoming stressed over it. Marami yan na nangyayari sa ating mga trabaho, sa ating workplace, no? We are being assigned to do a work that is not really related to our job description. Or we are assigned to do a work that is not somehow hindi natin talaga kayang gawin. No? So that's stress causing. Okay? Next that we have here, all right, is the psychoanalytic approach. Ayan. Ito naman is one of the more personal, no? Personal way, no, or approach in the management stress. Ayan. So common ito sa ating mga sarili, no? It's a personal battle within ourselves. Okay? When we say psychoanalytic approach, oftentimes we imagine a perfect desirable image of ourselves. Ayan. Meron tayong ganyan, di ba? We imagine our perfect self, no? Perfect self, perfect image of ourself. Then once this image does not fit our actual image, we become stressed. Ayan. O, kumbaga, kapag iniisip natin na ganito yung desirable image ko of ourselves, sexy. Ayan, maputi, mahaba yung buhok. Just like for example, no? But going back to the reality, hindi ka ganun ka-sexy, yung buhok mo is buhaghag, no? Hindi ka maputi. So when those two did not match, no? Your desired image and your actual image, you will become stressed because of your ego. Okay? Your ego ideal or the embodiment of a perfect self, which is imaginable, no? Which is ideal, is being weighed, no? Against the self-image, your actual image of yourself, both positively and negatively. Okay? So this can apply also when we are being assigned a task, no? We think, no, sometimes we think we are superior. As human, we are superior. Kaya ko to, kaya ko ganyan. I can work under pressure. Ganyan. So we think highly of ourselves, that sometimes we tend to forget, no? We tend to forget that yung actual image natin is not exactly superior as what we think it is. No? We are not Superman. We are not Supergirl. No? We have weaknesses and we have limitation. No, even Superman nga merong limitation, 'di ba? So somehow we should stay aware of our self-image or yung actual image natin, actual capabilities natin. So when we are deciding onto something, no, we have to be realistic. Okay? Hindi tayo pwedeng yes lang ng yes, no? Pag may pinapagawa sa atin, you think that you can do it. Apparently, hindi naman in the actual sense. So that's the psychoanalytic approach. Your ego ideal and self-image is being weighed. Okay, if it's not equal, okay, it's going to cause stress. The difference between ego ideal and self-image is going to be called stress. Okay? Gusto mo sumali ng beauty pageant kasi you think you are qualified to do so. You're qualified to join the pageant. But apparently, no, it's not really always for you to decide. No? So when being evaluated, if you are qualified, hindi, for example, hindi ka nag-qualified, so may stress ka kasi you believe that you are qualified. Apparently, there's some external factors no deciding onto it, like the decision of the judges or decision of other people. So since it did not meet your expectations, you become stressed over that factor. Okay, so that's the psychoanalytic approach. Okay. All right. Ayan. Ayan. So do you have questions with regards to our 4 stress management approaches? Wala po ba? I hope I explained it very clear, no? Yung 4 approaches natin. Ayan. May halong diin yung pagkakasabi ko sa mga approaches natin para memorable din naman sa inyo. Ayan. So it's going back to our 4 stress management approaches. Okay. We have the homeostatic or medical approach. It's deciding the balance of your body, no? Your hunger. This is the very common response of our body. Kapag gutom ka, kakain ka ba or hindi? Siyempre, kakain ka, di ba? So you will experience satisfaction. Cognitive appraisal approach. Okay, what is stressful for you might not be stressful for the others. Person environment fit approach, your ability might not be perfect fit for the environment where you in right now. Okay? Pinapagawa ka ng accounting stuff, pero hindi ka naman accounting graduate or you don't have knowledge about accounting kasi you're a nurse, no? You're a nurse. So ano bang task makukumpleto mo if you don't have knowledge over that? So stress lang yung aabutin mo dyan, no? If you did not or if you don't have abilities to or skills to complete certain tasks. Then psychoanalytic approach, your ego and your actual image compared together. If hindi nag-match, then that's going to give you some stress. All right. So do we have questions so far, if I may ask, for our participants, other participants that we have here? Okay. All right. So I guess wala na tayong questions. All right. So we don't have questions so far. So right now, let's take a short break muna. Okay, it's already 10:55. Let's take a short break and then we're going to have an activity later, no? While you are sitting, you will be having a short activity about managing stress. So please stay on the line, no? Stay on the loop. Okay, and please be back when our break time ends, okay? So we will be having a short break muna. Please stand by and come back. Ihi muna, inom ng water or snack muna tayo for a while. Okay? See you. All right, and we are back. I hope everyone is also back here. Hey, can you please give me a thumbs up to confirm if you are already back? Just share my screen for a while. All right. So for this part, okay, we will be having a short activity. You can just remain seated, no, on your seat, no. If you cannot join in our exercise, don't worry. You can do it whenever you're free, no, in your free time. Okay, we'll just give you idea about how this is going to be conducted. Okay. So this is diaphragmatic breathing exercise. Okay, it's a breathing exercise that helps us, no, remain calm in every stressful situation. So here, what is diaphragmatic breathing exercise? Okay, the diaphragm is the most efficient muscle of breathing. It is a large dome-shaped muscle located at the base of the lungs. Your abdominal muscles help move the diaphragm and give you more power to empty your lungs. Diaphragmatic breathing is intended to help you use the diaphragm correctly while breathing to strengthen the diaphragm, decrease the work of breathing by slowing your breathing rate, decrease oxygen demand, and control stress and anxiety. Ayan. So these are the very purpose of doing the diaphragmatic breathing exercises. Okay. So there's two ways of how we can do this diaphragmatic exercise. The first one is when we lie on our back, just like this one. Yan. Napaka-emotional, no? Parang nasa massage. Nagpapa-massage yung music. Ayan. So lie on your back on a flat surface or in a bed. With your knees bent and your head supported, you can use a pillow under your knees to support your legs. So just like what we have here on the picture, place one hand on your upper chest and the other just below your rib cage. This will allow you to feel your diaphragm move as you breathe. Ayan. Next, breathe slowly through your nose so that your stomach moves out against your hand. The hand on your chest should remain as still as possible. Tighten your stomach muscles, letting them fall inward as you exhale through pursed lips. Yan. Paano ba yung pursed lips? Okay. You create a small hole on your lips and you breathe. Okay. The hand on your upper chest must remain still as possible. Ayan. So dito naman tayo sa pangalawang way of how to do the diaphragmatic exercise, breathing exercise. This is done while sitting. Ayan. When you are on your desk, no, you can definitely do this comfortably. So first thing that you need to do is to sit comfortably with your knees bent and your shoulders, head and neck relaxed. Yeah. Place one hand on your upper chest and the other just below your rib cage. This will allow you to feel your diaphragm move as you breathe. Okay, make sure to place your hand on your upper chest and other just below your rib cage. Then you breathe. You may notice an increased effort will be needed to use the diaphragm correctly. At first, no, you'll probably get tired while doing this exercise, but keep at it because with continued practice, diaphragmatic breathing will become easy and automatic. The next step tayo, breathe in slowly through your nose so that your stomach moves out against your hand. The hand on your chest should remain as still as possible. The very secret of this diaphragmatic exercise is the inward and outward cycle of your breathing. Okay, so you should make sure that you follow each step and breathe in slowly from time to time. And the same as when we are lying kanina, tighten your stomach muscles, letting them fall inward as you exhale through pursed lips. The hand on your upper chest must remain as still as possible. Ayan. So that is our diaphragmatic exercise. Okay. You should make sure that the way you breathe is proper, no? Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, exhale. Yan. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Then exhale. Just slowly, okay? You have to take your time when you exhale. Do not blow all of the air forcefully, no? Dapat slowly lang. You need to blow the air or breathe the air outward slowly. Okay? When you inhale, okay? Make sure that yung stomach mo is nagmo-move, nagta-tighten, no? When you inhale. And when you exhale, release everything, including the muscles in your stomach. Okay? So that's how you do the diaphragmatic breathing exercise. And I wish that you can do this as well when you are alone or when you are seated on your desk or in your workplace. If you feel stressed, this is definitely going to be a very wonderful technique for you to lessen the stress that you are feeling. Okay? It will give you relaxation when you are feeling stress. All right, so right now let's go and discuss our last topic for this morning. This is the stress management. This is in the workplace. Okay, so these are the sources of stress at work. No? So you can see here we have 4 components of work demands. First is the task. The demands of the task can be stressful. The role demands can be stressful. The interpersonal demands and physical demands can be stressful. Kapag sinabi nating task demands, these are the change in uncertainty. When there is a change in our workplace, pabago-bagong policy, bigla ang pag-i-implement ng isang policy, we become stressed over it. Of course, it's undeniable kasi change is something that can really cause us stress because it makes our body cope up another, or cope up into another situation. Then we have the lack of control. If the task is uncontrollable, for example, may pinapagawa sa iyo na task, but then again, you don't have the full power over it. You don't have the full control over it. Syempre, your hands may feel bound as you are doing the task. So there's limitation, kumbaga, no? There's limitation kasi you don't have the control, the full control over it. So with that being said, now because you don't have the full control of it, you will feel stressed, you will feel anxious about the situation. Also, the career progress, the new technologies that we have, and above all else is the work overload. Ayan. Yung mga work overload or even underload. Ayan. Sino bang nai-stress dito pag wala nang tinatrabaho? Ayan. Siguro most of us no would love na konti lang yung trabaho, but there are also people no na talagang nai-stress talaga sila kapag wala na silang ginagawa, na wala na silang workload. Next is the role demands, role conflict, inter-role or intra-role, and personal role. Or there's simply a role ambiguity. Hindi klaro yung role natin in the workplace. Yung akala natin na office assistant, okay, naging all-around liaison officer na tayo. Okay? Minsan nangyayari yan, di ba? There is a role ambiguity. Hindi klaro yung ating role in the workplace. Or yung hindi natin alam kung kanino magre-report because there's two or more forces that are controlling you and the operation, no? So hindi natin alam kung sino susundin, kung ano susundin. Interpersonal demands, abrasive personalities, sexual harassment, and leadership styles. There are a lot of people, no? There are a lot of leaders who are very unaware that they are becoming the reason why their people are becoming stressed in the workplace. Yan. So we have to admit, 'di ba? I have read a statistical report about the turnover, no? Na sinasabi doon sa statistical report that 80% of the workers or employees leave their job not because of their work but because of their boss. Diba? I don't know if you can agree to that, but that's what the statistics is actually saying, no? The leadership styles of your leaders or executive leaders in the workplace can really affect your mental well-being. Okay? Kapag hindi sila ganun kaganda, yung leadership styles nila, and or very negative yung approach ng kanilang leadership style, it becomes a reason for us to become stressed, no? Kasi sino ba namang gusto sumunod sa isang leader na sigaw ng sigaw, utos ng utos, hindi naman klaro, taking all of the credit, no? All of the credit of the accomplishment, but does not regard to the accomplishment of his or her employees. Hindi nga makapagbigay ng reward or recognition, no? Just a simple tap on their back, hindi niya magawa. So that kind of leadership style can actually cause stress to the employees in the workplace. Then we have the physical demands as well. Extreme environments, strenuous activities, or hazardous substance. Yung mga activities or trabaho na talagang effort ng effort ka. All of your energy is being exerted onto it. Talagang stressful yan. Extreme environments, okay? Strenuous activities, yung mga labor, constructions, for example. Hazardous substance, mga toxins, no? Na nasa trabaho natin if we are prone to hazard, no? It will make us feel stressed kasi we are very worried every now and then about our lives, about our safety. So those are some of the example of stress causing situation at work. Okay? The task demands, the role demands, physical demands, and interpersonal demands. Stress benefits and costs of stress. Okay, benefits of healthy normal stress, the eustress. In the performance, increased arousal, burst of physical strength. If we are stressed, na minsan nagkakaroon tayo ng adrenaline. Okay? We feel, a rush within ourselves and it can give us boost, in our physical strength. In the health naman, cardiovascular efficiency, we are talking about the positive stress here. No? It also enhances focus in an emergency. Okay? Individual cause of distress, psychological disorder. Kapag na-stress tayo personally, we feel We might be prone to psychological disorder, medical illnesses, behavioral problems, no? Kapag sobrang stress na tayo, yung minsan, um, some of us, kapag stress na tayo, we feel GERD, no? Gastroesophageal reflux. Okay? Yung GERD na yan is actually also an effect of being stressed. Another one is yung chest pain, no? Chest pain, which is commonly, no? Commonly misidentified or parang napagkakamalan na um, heart disease, but it's actually just a chest pain because of your stress, no? I have experienced that one before, no? Last year talaga was a very bad year. Not 2020, not last year pala. 2020 was a very bad year for me because I was I've been stressed a lot, no? Especially the pandemic going on, no? And I've been coming back and forth to the hospital. Wala naman silang nagiging findings, no? Pero I do feel a lot of chest pain every now and then I also feel dizzy, nauseous, okay? And nagpapalpitate ako. But when we are running tests, now when the test was run sa akin, they could not find any problem with my heart or any other problem with my nerves. All they can see or all they can say is that I could be stressed, and those that I am feeling is actually an effect of the stress. So those are actually their findings, no? And later on, after a month, nangyari na naman. So every check-up na nakakagastos kami ng like 4 to 8,000, no? So it's very expensive. Well, wala naman silang nakikita. And it's just truly stress. So for those people, no, for those people who are feeling stressed, you have to really be self-aware that this stress can give you unexplained physical symptoms, no? Physical symptoms that are similar to the other, no, deadly diseases that we have, no, like yung stroke or heart problems, heart failure. Okay? Stress can mimic that symptoms, no, that the heart failure can give. So we have to stay calm. We have to really keep ourselves have a mental well-being. So organizational naman, cause of distress niyan is the participation problem. If your employees are stressed overall in the organization, your employees may not be able to participate well in your endeavors, no? Hindi sila makakapag-participate na maayos kasi they're not in a proper well-being, no? They're not in a good well-being. Their performance as well will be affected. They cannot perform at their optimum performance because of that. And instead of increments, no, they experience decrements. Okay? Pagbaba na kanilang performance. Compensation awards is also being affected as well. Okay? And just like kanina na pag-usapan natin yung mga preventive measures ng ating stress, no? We have the primary, secondary, and tertiary. So primary is a learned optimism, alters person's internal self or talk and reduce depression. Okay. Time management improves planning and prioritizes activities, balance work and non-work activities. So second prevention naman improves cardiovascular function and muscular flexibility. Lowers all indicators of stress response and lowers the risk of cardiovascular disease and improves overall performance of your health, no? So minsan kasi, no, we as humans or tayo we don't give much importance to our mental well-being, no? But we have to truly understand that our mental health is equally important as our physical health. So ano man yung ginagawa mo, if you're feeling stressed, you have to take a pause, no? Pause for a while, and then you have to Work out something for you to lessen the stress that you are feeling. Tertiary prevention releases internal traumas and emotional tension, provides information, emotional support, and therapeutic guidance. So in the organization, if you have experienced stress as an organization, no, mga crisis, pandemic, ano pa ba? Yung lindol, kaya ano pa ba? Bagyo, no? Those are possible things that may happen to your organization. And when that happens, every one of us in the organization gets affected, no? Our physical health is the first thing na mapapansin natin, but what about our mental health, no? Are we thinking straight still after all of the things that we have experienced? No, are we still able to think straight with all the traumas that we have experienced? So as an organization, no, there should be a coping mechanism that should be provided to all of the people in the organization. No, professional help which can provide empathy, emotional support, and therapeutic guidance to everyone in the workplace. Ayan. So that is our individual preventive stress management in the workplace. Okay, if you stress and relaxation, psychological responses. Okay, we have the psychological changes here of the heart rate, blood pressure, respiratory rate, muscle tension, sweating, mental arousal, and adrenaline or cortisol flow. If your relaxation response, no, if you manage to control your stress and do mindfulness or relaxation, all psychological changes or effects will go down. Okay? If na-stress ka and you are able to relax on every situation, no, your heart rate will go down, blood pressure will go down, respiratory rate will go down, muscle tension will also go down, sweating, mental arousal, adrenaline, cortisol flow will also go down. So it's very important that we relax ourselves. Pag hindi naman natin kinaya, no, and we are being shrouded with the stress, if stress overpowers and you don't have full control of yourself, these psychological changes that I presented to you in front will definitely go up, no? These changes or effects will go up. Heart rate will go up. Blood pressure will also go up. Respiratory rate will also go up. Muscle tension will also go up. Sweating will also arise. Mental arousal will be extreme. Adrenaline and cortisol flow will be faster than usual. So it's important, no, that we relax. Kahit hindi na natin maintindihan yung situation. Okay? Just relax for a while. Give time, no? Ayan ang sabi nila, no? Time can heal and time can give a solution somehow. So we have to give ourselves time to cope up with the situation and relax as much as possible. Okay? So tips for successfully managing stress: step back and put the problem in perspective. Okay? Step back and tignan natin muli. What is the problem really? Is the problem something that I can solve? Is the problem an external problem? Or is the problem me, no? Ako ba yung problema kung bakit nangyayari ito? So you have to measure, you have to gauge what really is the problem at a larger picture. List some solutions and come up with a plan. Kapag may problema, if you are feeling stressed, lay out all of your cards, no, all of your solutions, no, formulate solutions and then choose which of these solution may be a perfect fit for the current situation that you have, no? Mag-rank ka, i-rank mo yung solution, no? Siguro yung solution 1, 2, and 3 is going to be my first top 3 para solve ko yung current problem ko. So list some solutions and come up with a plan. Accept those things beyond your control. Always, no? Kaya dito tayo nagkakaproblema talaga minsan. Na-stress tayo because we always wanted to control everything, no? We wanted to control everything. where in fact, no, in reality, there are things that are beyond our control, external factors that are beyond our control. So when we have learned to accept those things beyond our control, we are then no be able to relax and be able to think straight. Give yourself a break to relax and recharge. We are humans, no? Even machines have, even machines, no, or yung mga gadgets natin needs time to relax and recharge. Relax so that it will not overheat or parang overused, and then recharge to be able to be used again. So ganun din tayo as a human. We need to relax so hindi tayo mag-overheat, no, or overly tired. And we also need to recharge ourselves for us to be able to work again on some other things. Try to get some regular exercises every day. Okay, regular exercises will help us be more relaxed in our own ways, no? Be able to help us relax our mind. Open up to people and express your feelings. Do not be afraid to open up to other people about your feelings, no, about what you feel currently, because in that way, now when you share your thoughts and your feelings, especially if it's something stressful, you will be able to find support with other people. And when you are able to do that, when you are able to have that, you can definitely solve everything. Okay, so those are the tips for successfully managing this stress. So we have a question here. So final question for everyone. What makes you stress in general? Ayan. What makes you stress in general? You can type it in the chat box. Okay, for your answer. Ako, what makes me stress in general is not being able to have a money. Ayan. Yung mga utang, no? Definitely, it's really stressful. If I don't have money to be able to pay all the debts that I have, no, talagang masakit sa ulo. Ayan. Si Ma'am Nika din, ganun din yung problema. Ayan. Exactly, no? I mean, I guess all of us can agree to it na money, no, is also what's making us stress. But ironically, no, 'di ba? Even money is what making us stress. It's also what can remove this stress, 'di ba? Yung nagiging solve din or yung nagiging solution din ng ating money problem is money itself, 'di ba? So it's very ironic na nagiging problema natin yung money kung money din yung nagiging solution. So that's the one thing, no? One thing that's making a lot of people stress. How about the others? What other things that are making you stressed? Now there are a lot of reasons, no? Your workmate, your workload, but generally, ano yung nagiging ano natin? Reason. Probably some of you may get stressed if you don't have full control over something, no? Na-stress tayo dahil hindi mo makontrol yung isang bagay. For example, situation. You don't have the full control over it. Wow, si Ma'am Nika, stress over the past and the future. Ayan. So, minsan, no, when we are thinking about our future, what lies ahead of us, we really are going to become stressed. No, we are stressed not because we are expecting something, but because we are stressed because of the unknown, no? Expectation of the unknown. We don't know what will happen in the future. And in the past, our mind is designed to remember things our mind is designed to remember things or situation when we struggled. So when we think about our past, most of the things that we can remember are the times, no, where we struggled, no, when we are still the regrets that we have, bad decisions that we made, no, those are the things that we are looking back in the past. And these things, no, are giving us regrets, no? And it's really a no normal no human reaction to look back on our past, especially on um if we are looking for answers, no, or if we are questioning what is happening right now in our situation. We tend to revisit our past. What have I done wrong, no? What have I done for me to deserve this? You are going to ask, you might actually going to ask that in yourself, but always remember that the past, no, even how stressful it is, but the past, no, is actually what makes you stronger right now. The failure that you have experienced before are proofs that you have tried, no, proofs that you have made actions along the way for you to survive. And look at yourself now, even with all of the regrets that you have, even with all of the bad things that you made, bad decisions that you have um, made in the past. Look at yourself now. You are a stronger version of ourselves. Now, so always remember things that we do, decide, even if it is wrong, no, even if it is right, no, whatever is going to be the effects of it, whatever is going to be the result of it, positive or negative, what doesn't kill us makes us stronger. Always remember that, huh? What doesn't kill us make us stronger. And when you try and try, no, when you try and try, you will be able to rediscover yourself, explore yourself. And it's a matter of developing yourself, no? Decisions are situation in our lives, may it be in the future, may it be in the current situation or the past. Those situations that you are in is especially designed for you, and no one can really um parang mag-fill in sa shoes mo para sila yung gumanap sa istorya nila na ginagawa mo sa sarili mo. So you are the main character of your own story, and no one can proxy you on your, on your story, no, on your film, life's story. So always remember that. All right. So much for that. And I hope that you learned a lot, no? You learned a lot with our session this morning. So if you wanted to attend more of our trainings, you can always visit our Facebook page, no? Um, Okay, Facebook page, facebook.com stcs.asia, or simply type STCS Asia on the search box of the Facebook. Also, here's our email address. If you needed help, you can always contact us through email or through our Facebook page. Okay, we are still having discounts or promo on our trainings until September the end, because the third quarter we are all having no we are having promotion, but on the fourth quarter, which will be on October, November, and December, we will be back on our original prices. So the moment, no, while it's still on promo, I hope that you'll take advantage of the promo. All right. And we're all good with our topic, with our discussion for this morning: stress and wellness management in the workplace. And I hope that you learned a lot. I hope that I was able to instill knowledge, no, in you. So, do you have any questions so far, if I may ask? Questions about our topic? Ayan. None for Ma'am Jacqueline. How about the others? If you don't have questions anymore, I'm requesting everyone to please turn on your camera so that we can take a photo up. Okay. Okay, let's turn on our camera. All right. So let's take a picture. Okay. All right. Let's take a picture at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Smile. Isa pa. 1, 2, 3. Smile. All right. Awesome. Thank you so much, everyone. Don't worry, Sir Brent. Thank you so much also. All right. So thank you so much, everyone. And I hope that I'll be able to see you again on our future trainings and seminars. Hopefully that what you learned right now will be applicable to every situation that you are going to be in. No? So always remember, no, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So try and always don't be afraid to try something new. All right. So once again, this is me, Junmar Hidalgo, your resource speaker for this topic. Your certificate will be given to you within the day, so just wait for it. No? It will be sent through email, and um, ano pa ba? Copies of the presentation and the recording will also be sent to you through email, so you will be able to have a thing to review. All right. So thank you so much and happy lunch, everyone. Enjoy your first day of Burma. Ayan. Thank you. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.